Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And wait, let's start over again. What? I've done this a million times. Let's start over again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, 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 that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Sunday again. It's the second time you're seeing this mug today. So, welcome. And this is my goodbye to the month. Goodbye, May. And tomorrow is going to be the greatest month of the year. And that is because my birthday's in it. My birthday month is coming up tomorrow, but I just wanted to say goodbye to May. Get a few things off of my chest. So it's kind of like a Sunday catch up. May was an okay month. I saw 4 movies in the theaters this month. Those movies were Devil Wears Prada 2, Sheep Detectives, Obsession, and I Love Boosters. 4 movies. And if I'm ranking them, I never thought that I would be saying this, but I enjoyed all the movies. But the one that I would rank at 4 was Devil Wears Prada 2. I never thought I would be saying that, but I'm saying that. So I made my triumphant return to the theaters full force. And I'm absolutely loving it. There is no universe in which I don't enjoy the movies. I think I've told you before, I love going to the movies because when you walk in, you walk into another world. And for an hour and a half or 2 hours or 2.5 or 3 hours, you can leave your troubles on the outside world outside. And then you can just escape into whatever world that filmmaker wants to take you to. And I love it. So I saw 4 movies. I plan on seeing at least 4 in June. So I'm loving that. I also got back to reading. Thanks to me watching Heated Rivalry, I did go out and get all 6 books in it's not called the Heated Rivalries series, but I don't know if it's called the Game Changers. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. So I read the first book in the series. I am now about ready to finish up on Heated Rivalry. I am thinking that I really would like to read the follow-up to Heated Rivalry, like with Ilya and Shane. Even though it doesn't naturally come right after Heated Rivalry, so I don't know. We'll figure that out. So I am getting back into reading. Work has been, listen, I have been doing better at work, and I will say this, when I had the issue at work that had had me move down a pillar in the department, because I was in our department, we have pillars, and that's what different jobs are called, pillars. So I was moved from the pillar that I was in to the pillar that I am at now. And even though the pillar that I'm in now is it was a pay cut. It's not a huge pay cut. No, it's not like it's, $5 or $6 less. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that much of a pay cut. But it is a slight pay cut. But the job that I am in now is as far as stress goes, the stress level is way down. So that is good, because in the past I was to the point where I would go into work, where I would log on, and by the end of the day I would be like, just to the point where I was getting ready to cry, like every day, and that's not great for you. So I am like, you know, I want to say that I am loving my job, but I am kind of loving my job. I have a new supervisor, and she is a supervisor. She's she's new to me as a supervisor, but she's new to our department as a supervisor. She's just a new supervisor. She had been in our department for a while, but she was just made a supervisor. And I love her. She's a very good supervisor. She's one of these people that, like, when you first meet her, you think, oh my gosh, is she mean? But then you get to know her, and she just says, she speaks what's on her mind, not in a nasty way at all, but she is the person that, like, she is always going to go to bat for you. Like, if you have an issue and she knows, you know, you're in the right and you didn't do anything wrong, then she is definitely going to she's going to go to bat for you. And she's always speaking out against things that she doesn't think are for the good of the department. I love her. And our lead representative, same thing. Like, great. They're both very knowledgeable and very helpful and very supportive. So I'm loving that. I have, as far as the crafting goes, now look, I'm not the greatest painter, and it doesn't look anything like what the picture looked like, but this is what I did. I painted this. Like I said, it's not the greatest, but I painted this. It has a little easel on the back, like a little stand. You can stand up, or you can magnetize. It has a magnet, so you can hang it up somewhere. So there we go. I did that last night and tonight. Between this and reading, that was what I did to keep myself off of the screen that I'm looking at right now. And I have been really trying hard to cut down my screen time. It's worked sometimes, but sometimes not. But this weekend, it has worked, because I have largely stayed off of my phone, with the exception of filming these. So there's that. Okay, let's get into this other thing, because this other thing had gotten me very upset. It got me, I don't want to say upset, but and I don't want to say that it has opened my eyes, because I knew that this existed forever. So in one of my times on TikTok, I did come across some fat phobia. So there were 3 videos that I had seen. I don't remember the name of the creators who made them or anything like that. So even if I did, I don't think that I would even put the name out there. It's what was said that just made me be like, no, what the fuck? And made me say, well, forget it, I'm not going to do that. You want me to do that? Forget it, I'm not going to do that. So the first one was a woman who is on TikTok. She's thin, of course. She's thin. And she comes out and she says, act your wage. She didn't say fatties. Maybe she did say fatties. But she said, act your weight. Act your weight. Act your weight. If you're 160 pounds, I would love to be. If you're 160 pounds, then you should be putting all that energy into working on a treadmill or doing yoga or something like that. I think it was treadmill. And I thought, girl, listen, here's the thing. You're thin now, but God forbid, what if something happens where you develop some kind of medical condition that makes you gain weight, Or let's say you have a medical condition and you have to take medication for it. And that medication, one of the side effects is gaining weight. Like, for example, if you have to take steroids and it helps and it makes you gain weight. Or God forbid, if you were to fall into like a depressive state and you just, you just start gaining weight because you just don't care anymore, God forbid any of that happen. But I went to her TikTok page, and this isn't just the first, like, she's a documented fatphobic. She's a documented fatphobe. Absolutely. And talking about how I hate fat people and blah, 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 and this and that. And one of her videos even was like, listen, if you're fat, don't wear jean shorts. Because God forbid that someone who is fat like me would want to be cool in summer. We're supposed to just sweat. And we're supposed to just sweat and be uncomfortable to make you people comfortable. That's not my lot in life, to make sure everyone else is comfortable while I suffer. That might have been me like decades ago, when I was in my 20s or 30s and I gave a shit about what anybody thought of me. The only reason why I don't wear shorts, like jean shorts or shorts, is because big girls, you'll know, you get the chub rub. You get the thighs rubbed together and you get chafing, and it is not fun. So that's why I don't. Okay? That brings me to another one. A guy had said, hey, fatties. Or no, he was like, I am at the airport and I see a woman who was probably 250 pounds wearing a crop top. Fatties don't wear that. And also another woman who was saying, hey, fat people shouldn't wear pink or purple. So I guess we should just wear like black or dark navy. Probably black. Dark navy. Navy is probably too colorful. So there's all of that. All of that exists out there, and I see it more and more on TikTok, and it makes me I don't even want to say it makes me sad. It kind of makes me mad a little bit, but I know it exists because I have thought for the longest time that fat discrimination is the last form of acceptable discrimination that's out there. Think about it. People think it's hilarious. These younger kids, it's hilarious to make fun of fat people, because fat people, we're just lazy and we just don't give a shit. We just don't care. We don't care because we're lazy fat slobs who just don't care for ourselves. So it's acceptable. It's acceptable to make fun of fat people. So the more I thought about it, I was like, well, first of all, that first video where the woman was like, act your weight. I took that as like, oh, so if you want to act your weight, then to me that means be over the top. Be over the top. If you weigh 250, hey, be over the top. Be too much. As Peter Mom would say, be too much. So there we go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep on doing it. I don't care if some 102 pound skinny ass bitch doesn't like it. If you don't like it, then don't look at me. And that's the same thing with fat people. Shouldn't wear pink or purple. I'm going to wear pink. I'm going to wear pink. I'm going to wear purple. I'm going to wear bright blue. I have a top that has pink and purple, and I'm going to wear it. I'm tired of dressing in just dark clothes so that I don't stand out. Why shouldn't I stand out? Why shouldn't people of size stand out? If you don't like seeing a plus size woman wearing shorts or wearing a crop top or wearing something that enhances her curves, then don't look. If you don't like how I look, then don't look, is all I can say. Because I'm not going out here and telling people what they should and shouldn't wear, and neither should you. Here's the thing. I'm going to be 58 years old on the 23rd. I have lost all fucks. Like my tank of fucks is completely empty. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't put on this earth to make people comfortable, to make sure that I wasn't put on this earth to suffer so that somebody else can be comfortable, because they don't like looking at me in shorts or in bright colors, whatever. I told you the only reason why I don't wear shorts is because physically I don't get comfort from them because of chafing, and because then it rides up in between your thighs. That's the reason. Listen, if I was a person that had a little more confidence in myself, and would I maybe wear a crop top? Maybe one of these crop tops that's not like, right up to your boobs, but maybe a shorter one, maybe. If I had the confidence, and God bless these plus size women who are beautiful, who are out there wearing a little crop top or shorts or body hugging, outfits. They have the confidence. Good for you. Good for you. I've been fat my entire life, and I've heard all these different things. Oh, you know what? Your face is so pretty. You would be so much prettier if you lost weight. That bullshit, all that, where it's like, no, we're not saying anything about your weight, but for real, listen, you would be so much prettier. I heard that from someone in my own family. So there we go. And I heard worse, but I heard worse. I heard far worse to my face from people in my own family. So I'm done with it. I am done with giving a shit about what these fat-phobic assholes on the internet who don't know me say about fat people. Because when you get right down to it, my weight is not who I am. Who I am is who I am on the inside. I'm a good person. I'm a decent person who treats others with compassion and sympathy, and I'm empathetic, and I'm kind, and I'm a good person. So what you see on the outside isn't who I am on the inside. So there we go. So moving forward, I am going to dress however I want to dress, and I am going to act my weight, which means I'm just going to be the personality that I have always had. So there we go. So listen, in the comments, let me know what you think. So if you enjoyed this, I don't know why I was like, so if you enjoyed this, let's get a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, maybe subscribe. If you want to, you can. If you don't, that's cool too. Just give me a thumbs up. And that is the end of videos for today. I promise. I absolutely promise is the last time that you'll see me today. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow for June 1st. And if nobody told you yet today, again, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world so it comes right back at you. Please, let's treat others the way that we would want to be treated. Also, be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let us always hydrate with water, which I'm going to do, again, when I get upstairs. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are always sending out our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy so you make it through. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for June 1st with a recap and reaction of the ladies up in Rhode Island. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.